Hi there. I hope that... Oh, fuck this shit. Hi there. Welcome back. I got the shades on because it's raining outside and the sky is just like super gray. And that gray light is very, very bright coming in from the side window. So I decided to help my eyes not feel that much pain of looking into the light. I'm not some kind of vampire, but I do like some darkness and some dimmed down light, and the sky isn't doing that for me today. So that's why I have these guys on, and the camera still gets enough light to capture me. Anyway, I have been intending to talk about this topic for quite a while now, and it caught the attention of the experts in around 2017, and then got a major boost in the year 2020. And it's a topic that has been around since then. Let me see if you can guess it with the following clues. First of all, by 2022, it was exposed to the masses around the world, causing ripples in every industry it touched. You can understand what I mean by that, as in the ripples were really foundation quaking, if I would say. By 2023, it had a firm foothold in the world's leading corporations, negatively as well as positively. There were lots of layoffs, is all I would say, and lots of people monkey branching from one company to another, with some, let me say, buyouts or buy-offs, and lots of arguments about what this thing would do to the rest of the world in the times to come. By 2024, it was very strong, backed by companies like Microsoft and Nvidia. I think it's no longer such a big mystery, right? It has started to cool down a bit as of December the 5th, today, 2024, but we all can no longer, do away without it. And we can agree on one thing. AI is here to stay. You know what? I'm gonna take these guys off. It's more natural and personal for me to speak this way. I'll try to hold myself back on searching for the darkness like some bat and continue. So the earlier you get used to using this AI, meaning knowing what it is, how it works, the benefits it brings, and its threats, as well as the safety measures you can take or make to counter the threats, will put you in a good position to start off on dealing with the AI and generally using AI and having it around you for the coming times. I know lots of people who are not yet aware of AI, and if they are only aware of the very negative effects of AI, like deepfakes and things like scammings for dates, relationships, and fraud in general, that they dare not spend a moment of their time on getting to know more about it or even using it. Therefore, I have decided to clarify some things in a simple manner with this video by my special position. The position that I have is quite peculiar because it's like this. The nerds and the experts in AI would gauge me as a normal person or even a noob, speaking in terms of gaming, because I don't have that very in-depth, specific, specialized knowledge on the topic. Yet, I have enough knowledge that I have gathered from watching lots of videos about AI, informing myself about AI, and surfing the internet specifically for special use cases and just finding more about AI, that the normal people started to deem me a technology freak and also an AI enthusiast, as well as at times even a nerd. So I am in between both sides, giving me a special place to be able to give an opinion on how to use it as a normal person, and helping in taking away all those fears that you might have when it comes to confronting AI, using AI, dealing with AI, and having AI around you at all times, which is what we are already going through right now in our times. And it's definitely going to get much more bigger, more sophisticated, more better at everything it can already do right now, which is why it is of the utmost importance to learn about it and start using it in a way that feels no more natural and doesn't overwhelm. And that is why I decided to make this video, so that if anyone has doubts on it and still wants to use it but doesn't know where to start and is overwhelmed by the information out there, may this video be like a beginner's guide and breakdown on how to see it, how to deal with it, how to use it, and how to be okay with having it around you. For beginners, the very first step is to change how AI is seen. To me, AI is akin to an assisting individual. So I switched artificial intelligence with A for assisting and I for individual. Why do I see it that way? Well, I see it that way as a higher form of a tool, a representation of the potential that it harbors. So AI, the artificial intelligence, as we know of it in our current times, at this current state it is at, of December of 2024, it has the potential to be a very strong assistant that is akin to a human, which means first, it will be able to help in assistance on all levels in all kinds of ways: work, home, private life, personal, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional levels, social levels, as in bridging barriers in understanding of languages, cultures, and unlocking humanity's history in that way. And it mostly helps us to see AI as a neutral, kind of very powerful technological gift. Like with every tool or gift given, okay, a gift can be very positive or very negative, and it's not necessarily neutral. But AI in itself as a tool, like with every other tool, let's look at computers, knives, scissors, swords, and all that stuff. Each tool is neutral in its base, as it is by itself. Only when it has a guiding force, which is mostly us, the humans, or the beings that would use this tool. We humans also use all tools either in a negative or positive way. So we can see AI as a very strong, powerful tool with lots of unimaginable potential, AGI, which could be negative or positive depending on how we decide to use it. So the use cases I have come up with for normal people on how to use AI, and these are like the basic foundational uses I have found myself using AI for most of the times, like 80% to 90% of the times, are as follows. The first use case will be you need to gain clarity on a topic or something where your mind is not enough, as in you're missing some info or wisdom, and you have few to no opinions or options, and thus you have no ideas to any kind of useful solution. Which means AI will help you in gaining clarity for clarification purposes, a path of paving a way to find a solution. So it is like a path paving tool. And it also helps you to be like a lighthouse, a guiding tool to point you in a direction that you mightn't have even thought of, because you as yourself are limited in your knowledge due to your upbringing and experiences you have made. Which means you maybe have a topic And the topic is to make videos, but you just don't know how to start making these videos. AI will be able to help you if you give it a prompt and say, hey, you're a video expert and I need you to help me make videos about this certain topic. And I would like to have you give me 10 steps on how to create my very first video on this topic, and make it simple and easy and applicable for someone who doesn't have like the greatest tools at his or her disposal, like the greatest camera or great microphone. How can I go about it? AI will give you a breakdown and will show you a path that you mightn't have thought of with things you already have around you, but don't know how to utilize to that extent. The second use case would be when you are brooding over something, overthinking, feeling indecisive, and have no direction. So it adds up to the first use case. This is like a tier higher. You need to talk to someone, but you either don't trust anyone around you or feel like they mightn't understand you, or you just are uncomfortable with sharing whatever you have in your heart, which means for consulting purposes, AI is really good. Let me say consulting about general stuff, because if you need some really specific, specialized consultation, you'll have to go and find the experts of those fields, real humans who can help you navigate your own psyche and help you find the solutions. But when it comes to general stuff, and it's kind of like personal but still generalized, and you just need like a helping brain, a second brain, which is better than your own brain, like you in 20 years of time when you've already passed through this predicament, then AI is really good for that. Like decision finding when consulting with the AI is good. Brainstorming, ideation, and gains, risks being compared to each other. AI will help you get through all those things. And it can even calculate some things for you, like maybe a budget for a potential asset you want to buy or object, just to see how far you can go, how low the price could get, how much you can really bargain, or what you can expect if someone would be in the role of the other party and would start the dispute of finding a price for that said asset. I have chosen for this kind of idea of using AI something like you have video ideas based on your hobbies, things like art, music, or being in nature, and you would like to find out what it would be like to create a video that is good for your audience without having to waste your audience's time, which means you'll have to look at the title, the structuring of the content of that video, beginning, middle, and end, and what each part of the video's structure in the beginning, middle, and end is made up of, to create a very good flow of the whole video that would give people a rewarding feeling after watching the video and not feeling like they wasted their time. That would be the second use case. It saves you time, makes you get more efficient over time, and as you move on to using AI in these use cases, you will start finding new ways of using it that are specifically tailored to yourself. The way you think, how you want to convey your ideas and express yourself out into the world, and you will start feeling the very strong and synergetic supportive effect of AI when you move along that path. The third use case would be you need to quickly create something like a presentation, a handout for a briefing or a meeting. Use all your data and info to ask AI for a basic, good, well-paced structure and flow in steps with which you can build a presentation. AI will give you a breakdown, once again, on what the topic is, the main points of the topic, or what the main points should be, the highlights. It will then give you the basic information on those highlights and a well-paced, structured, well-informed description of the highlights, which will then also add a breakdown of the highlights to understand them in depth, but not to lose focus of the whole big picture. And then it will bring together the whole big picture after describing all the highlights and putting them in an order that creates a chain reaction of understandings and insights that will help your presentation convey the message and help in making decisions when it comes to meetings, get-togethers to clarify some things, mostly in business and for professional use. You'll have to give the AI some basic background info and data. You'll have to be creative in how you prompt the AI to help you based on what exactly is asked for or what the intention of the meeting is and who you are meeting up with. It will also help you with writing, correcting yourself in articles, stories, whatever you are writing, everything else in general that you would be putting out. And it can even help you edit images and videos. And there are also AI algorithms integrated in tools like Photoshop, apps like Canva that ease up the whole workflow of whatever your endeavor will be. Now, let me sum this up in a very simple manner that will help you understand when to switch your use of AI to editing, idea generation and creation, or let me say everything together as one whole package, step by step. It all comes down to creativity. AI is very strong and powerful, and it helps in all things that have to deal with creativity. Creativity is coming up with a solution and an idea that has never been seen before or never been used, by combining experiences and knowledge from past things you have done, experienced, and learned about to create something new by transferring the solutions from old problems and issues to this new issue and creating something completely unseen, never seen before, that works and helps create a way on which others might follow to even create better things out of that. So AI is good for finding solutions and getting ideas on how to find those solutions and creating ways on how to implement those solutions and use those solutions to make life easier. Good. Now, most people would say that AI is more than that. Yes, I agree. It can do more than just helping in creativity. It is also used in science for predicting proteins, which means if you can predict proteins, you can also create certain proteins which can help everything biological, even us as humans. It can help us evolve. And the current technology of medicine and our understanding would grow by leaps and bounds if we are able to utilize AI in a way that it would help us gain greater insights that we have not yet seen before, which would be tied back to creativity, by the way. Anyway, when it comes to editing, I would say that AI is good for writing of all kinds. Let it be poems, songs, stories, scripts for screenplays and movies, as well as emails and programming and coding in general. More tools are popping up that can even assist in better ways and more specialized ways for the certain fields and the specific fields. But that is what I would say AI is good for when it comes to editing. Also, images and videos. Now, there is something like specific correction when using AI, and I would say it helps in the correction of work that you're doing, as in your workflow, easing up certain processes. Then assignments from school or your professors and teachers, correct yourself before handing in any assignment and bring it to perfection. But never forget, don't only rely on the AI itself. You have to put in the work and give it a basic foundation. Let the foundation of at least 70% be from you, because that will help you keep your brains and not just rely on the tool itself, which will make you turn into a dumbed down version of yourself over the years, since it will get easier and better on how to use these tools, and they will get smarter which means you yourself will have to get into the process of continuously learning and staying smart and training your brain to have your intellect and your cognition still fresh and able to function without AI. So yes, correction of work assignments, articles, grammar and spelling, the writing tone when it comes to emails, formal, informal, casual, friendly, maybe even using slang and going into that field. It's also possible, like when you're writing rap songs and stuff like that. It's all able to help you and correct your work or piece of creation and make it more profound in whatever way you want to create it. And it can also help give your things a professional touch. This is mostly important for business, formal relationships and spaces. So watch out for how you use AI and make sure that a personal tone is always within the correction so that it still has a human touch to it. Ideation. I would say ideation is when you need an idea on what image you want to create as an artist, what text you want to write, which kind of text you want to write. Are you a stand-up comedian who doesn't know which kind of starting line or punchline you have to get to? You can use AI for all those kinds of things. And it can also help you in sound generation, video generation, image generation, which will be tied back to creativity and ideation in general, and finding a solution to things that are known for bringing up blocks. The creative block is one of those things in people. And yeah, it can also help you create complete presentations, handouts, flyers, and apps like Canva are really good at creating all that stuff. And now they have AI integrated in them. So you can also ask an AI for which kind of AI to use. I'll have a link in the description for a certain site that you can go to find out about most current AI tools and what those tools can do, and the best AI tools for whichever purpose you want to use the AI for. Because that is where I go to when I need something new and I'm looking for something interesting and intriguing to check out the latest stuff. After watching a video from the channel of Matt Wolfe, who is the guy I go to when I need some new stuff about AI, he is the know-it-all when it comes to AI. He is the freaking nerd who is a very strong enthusiast who I deem as a nerd. And I've been a member or a subscriber of his channel ever since he popped up with 30,000 or 40,000 subscribers, and now he has about 500,000 or even more. And yeah, the site is called FutureTools.io, which is his site from him and his team. So you can go there and check it out. That will sum up the second part of this video. Of course, if you want to learn how to use any kind of AI, whatever AI it is, you can go to Matt Wolfe's channel and check that out. Where is it? This guy, Matt Wolfe, AI, Future Tech, and Digital Marketing. He has everything you want to know about AI in a very good, structured, well-paced manner that is entertaining, and also with lots of showcases and everything about AI. If you want to know it, he's the guy. So his page, FutureTools.io, can help you find even AI more tailored to you. If I remove this filter of voice modulation, you will see that it picks up all the AI him and his team think are really great. Grok, of course, will be from X, which is Twitter, the so-called truth AI. Elon Musk is aspiring to create, which still has some bugs, but is really less biased than most of them, from what I've heard. I haven't yet used it myself, but in my eyes, Claude is really biased in comparison to ChatGPT and Gemini. But there are ways to work around even the bias to get results necessary based on the specialization of the AI itself and the LLM's large language model type that is lying behind it. Generating images, if I go to images and then I go to the generated images, and this was all just text generated into this or that or that or that. These ones are the old ones, the very first ones about a year ago or 2 years ago. And then it has evolved quite a bit. When I get out from here and I go to the other file that has the enhanced versions, this one looks too artificial. This one's better. Still not there with the teeth. This one's really good. As well as this one, you can see the skin texture, right? The eyes are not yet symmetrical, but it's still really good. And the lavender in the hair, in the hair like I had it in the dream. You can see the same version keeps on popping up. And then a unicorn, magical, cosmic horse in the energy of the cosmos. An angel, angelic being, and then this one's also cool. That will be all. Okay. We have recently talked about what AI is, the potential it has, what the use cases are when it comes to AI, and how to see AI, to not be overwhelmed by it, and still stay safe when dealing with it. All in all, I would add the following. I use AI when my brain feels unsatisfied with my own thoughts and ideas on a certain topic. When I have no thoughts or info on any kind of topic and I want to know more, that will be the second thing. And the third thing is when I want to talk to someone about something, actually like a second version of myself that is way more intelligent and not rooted in my culture, childhood, upbringing, and likes or dislikes, as in my general bias. The fourth point would be when I just have a question and need answers, I don't have to seek or skim through the whole of the internet. I just go to the AI, which is way faster and easier. Like people with a ChatGPT Plus membership already have a connection to the actual internet, so they can ask those kinds of questions and get feedback from the current knowledge from the internet. Or you have a Microsoft membership and then you can use Microsoft's Copilot, which is connected to ChatGPT's version that is connected to the internet. And you will also have to watch out, verify to see if the sources are valid from which the information that you have gotten from the AI is coming from. So you might have links in the answers you get, or if you don't get any links, you can search the normal internet just to see if you're on the right path as a cross-checking method. And then when you're sure you're on the right path, then it's all good. And then the fifth point of what I use AI for in general is when I want to learn about something as fast as possible, which is speed learning. When I have self-studies and want to teach myself about something that I'm really curious about or must learn about that certain thing when it's connected to my job, I go to the AI and ask for the basic essential information broken down into several parts that I can easily digest. And then from those parts, I initiate further research, go to find books on Amazon and other sources of great books, which I can read through to complete my basic foundation in that topic. That's why I have a little library here at home. Then I can start creating from a more educated point of view, which is with real firm, valid information from people who have done the research, have worked in those fields, and have allowed for their knowledge to be put up on the internet, which was then pulled up by the AI, which I then verified through my research, and I know that the information is valid. So that is how I always do it. I always cross-check the answers from the AI. I don't fully trust it. So like 100% trust, never. And that is how I tend to use AI. You should know that the better it gets, the more I have to watch out for inconsistencies, false answers, biased generations of images, ideas, and results, like opinions to certain topics. When it comes to things like racism and whatsoever, all those things, wokeism, I really have to watch out how I prompt the AI so that I bypass its biases since I'm not paying for the upper tier level of the AI, and I need to find ways to still use the free version in a more sophisticated way. Things like Claude or Gemini can help you cross-check AI like ChatGPT or Microsoft's Copilot, and you need to have an account with all of those before starting to use the AI. I just put the links down in my description for this video so that you can check out whichever AI suits you, and then you can go start using it. Yeah, I recently made an account for X, which is Elon Musk's version of Twitter. And I wanted to go to X to be able to start using Grok, which is the AI that is supposed to be the truth AI, and that is the least unbiased, which is the goal that Elon Musk has set for himself and his team. So I wanted to try that out. I've never used it, but I heard some good and bad things about it, which is just the basic thing for any tool. And my own opinion is what counts the most based on my knowledge. So I'll wait before telling you about that. Anyways, you have to see for yourself that AI is more like a friend who is capable of great rationality, pragmatism, and assistance in all kinds of things that might be connected to you, and can also be an individual you can confide in. Whenever you come to a standstill, you experience a blockage of any sort in your mind, mentally, emotionally, and it's not exactly a therapist, a psychologist, or a doctor, but it can help you to basically diagnose the nature of the problem you are facing before taking all that information to a specialized real human expert, if there is any need for that. So always make sure to proofread the results of the texts that you get. Watch out for copyright infringements and plagiarisms by AI, and make sure not to be a thief who doesn't even acknowledge the sources of your creations if you happen to have taken someone's creation and made use of it with the help of AI. Because all those things can be traced back and you might get some problems in the future. So watch out for all those things. And if you have a basic understanding of AI just being a great database with a certain kind of programming that can intelligently support you in your endeavor in whichever field you're in, you will also learn to accept the fact that it is your responsibility on how you use this tool, and it is very crucial for you to take on the supervising, guiding role when dealing with AI and not fully trust it and let it just run free. You have to have the mentality of, yes, I am a human using AI. It might be more intelligent than me when it comes to all the wisdom and knowledge that is out there, but when it comes to the human aspect, living as a human being with the assistance of AI, you are still responsible for what you do with it and how you use it. So don't throw away all your morals just because you think AI has it all within the regulations that are being put on the companies that are creating these AI tools. It's not enough. You have to have your own kind of discernment, and responsibility has to be carried by you. And that would be my last word on that. Depending on which kind of AI tool you want to use, I'll put the links to the sources of these AI tools where you can create an account for yourself. And to me, I do it this way. I have one specific email address that I use for all my AI accounts. Maybe I forget my password. I have a backup account that I can go to restore my password for that specific AI tool, because it's all running on one same email address. So yeah, check out Matt Wolfe's channel and check out FutureTools.ai. Go to the sites of ChatGPT as an OpenAI, Google with their Gemini, Claude, Microsoft Copilot, as well as X, which used to be Twitter, for being able to use Grok. Create yourself an account and start trying out how to use the AI based on these use cases that I've just mentioned. And yeah, have fun. Okay, before I close off this video, There is one thing I forgot to mention that is very important when using the internet or AI tools and dealing with technology in general. So bear in mind, always protect your personal information and data, as well as that of your close friends, family, and loved ones. Verify all sources of contact when using the internet in regards to chatting, emailing, and surfing for all kinds of purposes. I am speaking out of experience. I wasn't always this well educated when it came to using the internet and generally surfing and using AI tools. I had made some mistakes, basic mistakes anyone else would make in regards to my personal data and information, which led to lots of spam, mails and malware, all those things that you don't really want to have. I learned a hard lesson, which helped me gain more information about how not to go back down that road. And that is how I also found out about a service on my website called Incogni. Incogni is like they legally find out about which third-party corporations and companies or websites are using your personal data that they got from brokers and hackers. And then they are legally allowed to retrieve that personal data and ask for its deletion and the stopping of the use of that crucial information that is personal to you, which helps with stopping the, let me say, barrage of spam mails, people you don't want to talk to, or companies with their like viruses and bad mails that are not really relevant to you. They just fill up your inbox to a point of you just giving up and not wanting to look in your emails because of that. So I would advise you to also go to Incogni and check it out. I'm not being sponsored by them. I'm just happy about how they helped me over the course of the past year. And I no longer have an account with Incogni because I stopped the subscription. But for the 1 year that I had them, lots of bad spam mails stopped and my information was closed off to hackers. I had time to learn more about this stuff to protect myself way better. That will be the end of this video. Yeah, it was a great ride. See you soon in the next video. Take care.